Dr. Dawson, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's great to be here today. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Well, before we talk about what's happening for students this fall, give us an idea about potential financial losses to the UAAY system, more specifically how it's going to impact UAH.
Yeah, so we'll concentrate on UAH. And of course, what we've done is so far is as far as trying to remediate the financial situation is we've implemented a hiring freeze, okay, and that will save substantial money. And we'll also really have a heightened review of discretionary spending. Really, we've gone down to the $1,000 level that's evaluated at the VP level. And so that's going to save substantial money. And then also we've, yesterday, and this will be a UAAY system-wide thing that we'll do, is we've eliminated the contribution to the retirement, the 403B plan. And so that'll save substantial money. But we're looking right now at probably somewhere for UAH, anywhere between a $2 and a $5 billion reduction in revenue. But of course, that's still dependent upon what will happen at the state level and also what fall enrollment will do to us as we go forward.
Okay, so we're going to continue to follow that, but let's talk about the big news right now for students at UAH expected to head back to the classroom this fall. What are the plans right now being made to move forward with that plan?
Yeah, so what we're doing is, you think about this, for the fall, and you have two bookends. The one bookend is completely normal, okay, and one bookend is continuing of online education. And so what we hope to do is do something in between. It might have a modality of a flip type classroom where some of the instructions being done continue to be done online, and it will have some online laboratories and sessions where we try to use social distancing protocols that will be developed by a task force. It's being led by UAB, and we're involved in that. And so we're right now, as our chancellor said yesterday, we're planning on having face-to-face classes throughout the UAE system, and that certainly includes UAH.
The return to school, though, for the fall could change, though, right? What could change that decision?
Well, basically, if obviously, how the things it could work out is if the pandemic had a second wave sometime in July or August. But if you look at the numbers and you look at what's really happening, you do see that the pandemic is starting to become under control nationally. And obviously, in this area of the country, North Alabama, we haven't really seen the explosion of cases, especially in the Madison County area.
You were just talking, Dr. Dawson, about this kind of a hybrid distance learning and kind of a blended on-campus learning kind of thing. What about for those students who are somewhat reluctant to return physically to campus? Is there a kind of a permanent alternative like a distance learning to continue for them?
Absolutely. That's why we are telling our faculty, that's a great point you brought up. That's why we're telling our faculty to be prepared for online modality in the fall, because the way we could do it is we could have those students who prefer not to come back still take classes from their home or their apartment or wherever and participate on campus in classes with online courses. So the idea, again, is to have some sort of hybrid modality where we'll be able to teach online as well as some limited face-to-face observing social distancing protocols.
And I know, Dr. Dawson, you were mentioning a little bit about what we can expect for students and faculty when they return to campus this fall. Give us a little bit more of an idea of some of the protections that will be put into place. Any face masks, those types of protections for those people on campus?
Yeah, and so again, we're fortunate to have be part of the UAA system and to leverage off the expertise at UAB. And so UAB is putting together a task force led by medical professionals who will give us protocols and procedures that could include face mask, testing, temperature testing, and also possibly testing for the virus, as well as other protocols related to cleaning classrooms and daily cleanings of supplies, using supplies to clean laboratories and classrooms and other facilities like the fitness center and the union.
Got a few seconds to go. What's your big message right now for these students, a lot of them that you haven't seen face-to-face? What's your message for them?
Really to stay safe, and we miss you. We want to have you back in the fall, and we look forward for you continuing your education at UAH this fall.
Absolutely. We, in the meantime, appreciate you for coming on today, Dr. Darren Dawson, the president of the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you both so much for having me.